Welcome, everyone. Noah here on the Dynamics Weekly newsletter and podcast. For the next month or so, I am interviewing class and session presenters for our Community Summit, which is organized by Dynamic Communities and scheduled for October 19th through the 23rd in Orlando, Florida. And here it is, the middle of August, the 15th already. October will be here in no time at all. So if you have not had a chance to look at all the sessions, jump on that website, SummitNA.com, see what all is offered. Get situated for that because it's a great week down in Orlando. And today on our 50th interview, these really interviews have really stacked up pretty quickly. I have two people joining me. I have Rebecca Jones and Sal Rosales with us. Rebecca, Sal, how are you two doing today?
Pretty good, thanks.
Yeah, pretty good.
Good to have you both here with us, and you both are with Microsoft. I see Rebecca, you're Senior Cloud Solution Architect at Microsoft, and Sal, I see you are Microsoft Technical Program Manager at Microsoft. Been with Microsoft for a while?
Yesterday was 14 years.
Nice.
Oh, well. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
That is good, yeah. And Rebecca, yours?
10 years.
10 years. Awesome. It's been quite a while since I was with Microsoft. That was 2001 through 2008 or 9 or so. So that was a while back. But great organization, and they roll out a lot of great products for us around the Dynamics community and platform. And your whole time with Microsoft, have you both been dealing with the Dynamic products, or has it been other stuff?
I came in as SharePoint originally, and then I transferred over to Power Platform stuff, doing both Power Platform and Dynamics. Probably Power Platform since it came out. What is that, 2016, 2017? And then Dynamics probably in the last, I guess, 3 years or so.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a similar background, SharePoint, and then Power Platform around the same time. I haven't got that much into Dynamics as Rebecca has, but yeah, it's pretty much SharePoint and Power Platform.
Where are you two based?
I'm out of San Antonio, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm San Diego, California.
Awesome. Well, we've got the country covered. You two on the other side in the middle, and then I'm way over here in Florida. So plenty of ground covered between us. And have you been to Summit in Orlando before?
No, we did the summit when it was in Houston. What was that, 22 or 23, I think?
Okay.
Yeah, on 22, I think.
I think that was like a year or two after COVID. And I think that was the year also with the big ice storm and all the palm trees had been killed off a little bit.
Wow.
So that was a while back. So I've been to plenty of summits, and this is in fact the third time I think they have had summit at Orlando. And I was speaking with you both earlier that you're looking at hotel arrangements. So same situation with probably everybody out there, getting closer to summit, trying to figure out where everybody's going to stay. I am guilty of not having booked my hotel yet, and you two are looking to. You're on a wait list, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
correct.
So you've got a wait list going for both the hotels that are listed for Summit, and the hotels, I know one of them is the Gaylord itself, which is a great resort. What was the other hotel they have?
I think it's the Delta.
Yeah, it's called Delta.
Okay. And which is not too far away. And you get the wait list, but hey, I would suggest still you and anybody else that's on a wait list, give them a call directly. See if you just got lost in the tracking somehow. Can't ever tell. Might get lucky.
Good idea. I don't plan to sleep with the alligators, so I have to get that done.
They do have alligators in the Gaylord Resort, so you could sneak in and sleep in the little cave areas.
Wait, on purpose?
They do. So in the Gaylord, it's a huge atrium in the middle, and in that there's like little cave areas, a lot of waterways and bridges, and they have a lot of turtles and a lot of gators too, alligators. So, and it's pretty unique situation, great place for families and everything. And if people have never seen an alligator, there's their chance.
Wow, now I want to stay there.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. And they do feeding on a daily that everybody can see, but don't feed them by yourself.
Oh wow.
All right, so you two have two sessions during the week of Summit, and they're both on Wednesday mornings, in fact, back to back. I guess you'll be both presenting both these together, same times. The first one I see listed is the title of it is Innovative Data Center Deployment Strategies with Power Platform. What are some highlights that we can tell our listeners about if they're looking at, should they go to this session?
Yeah, so I can give some context to that. Um, so my job right now within Microsoft is to basically manage the deployment of data centers. So all these headlines you're seeing about AI deployments and data centers, that's a talk of it's going around a lot. That's what my team does. So I technically work under Azure Supply Chain. So if anybody has worked within supply chain or manufacturing, you'll know that there's sometimes, I mean, to put it nicely, a little bit behind the times in terms of the way that they manage things. You'll find a lot of Excel files being used, a lot of emails and kind of manual processes going on, which is just inherent of that industry. So what we've been doing at Microsoft is trying to modernize that. And this is just the way we work and the way we interact with our customers. So it's utilizing Power Platform. So things like, for example, model-driven apps, and AI is at the forefront of everything. It's kind of interesting that my team's building it out, but on the other side of the coin, this session is going to show, well, how are we using all this cool stuff that my team's deploying? So we'll talk about using model-driven apps, using Canvas apps that are embedded, a lot of AI prompting, AI prompt engineering of how we utilize that, and basically trying to make the process of data deployment more automated and easier for our customers and for our team members to use.
Nice. And I see that. I mean, most of the sessions I've been talking about with presenters have been like breakout sessions or deep dive sessions where they're like an hour long or they're like an hour and a half long. I see this one is listed as a fast chat. So it's not even, it's from 8:35 to 9 o'clock. So a little bit of a much shorter session for everybody there.
Yeah, it's basically what we, again, well, some more context we could talk about later is Rebecca and I used to work together interacting with customers. So even though I'm not on the customer facing side anymore, I always have these thoughts of just like um, showing what we can do, the art of the possibility. That's kind of what this is about, to just get those juices flowing, because it seems like unanimously when I talk to people in the supply chain or even in the education sector, it seems like it's like they don't really think about some of these ideas sometimes. So that's more what this session's about.
Okay. And I see a lot of the products are listed under the objectives, so Dataverse, Copilot, and data center management, um, model-driven apps, a lot of big things that are pretty relevant to everybody that's attending Summit that are looking at the new products that are rolling out.
Yeah, and we're hoping to get some inspiration as to, like, well, Microsoft's dogfooding their own thing. Like, how, I've always been one, even outside of Microsoft, is how are the big boys doing it? How are Microsoft? How is Google? How are they using their own technology? And so that's kind of what I hope to do, is inspire some of the customers and the attendees to think things a little differently and just kind of give a glimpse of how we're doing it.
Yep. And this session title, Innovative Data Center Deployment Strategies with Power Platform, is this a session that you've presented already at other conferences, or it's brand new for everybody?
It'll be brand new, so this will be the debut.
Okay. Awesome. Good deal. Good to have fresh takes on these topics at Summit.
Yeah, I agree.
And then we have the second one, which starts at 9:45 that same morning. It's Wednesday, October the 22nd. The title of that one is Agents, Data, and Power Platform Better Together. So that one, yep, that one is for an hour as a breakout session. And Sal, will you be leading this one, or Rebecca, are you leading this one, or just it's back
Yeah,
and forth?
I'm leading this one mainly. For this one, it may change up a little bit because with all the new stuff that's coming out right now, we're like, okay, should we talk about this? Should we talk about that? But
Hmm.
I think what we're going to focus on now is kind of like the plan designer that's out. And so showing folks how they can with the, even a decent prompt of, hey, I want my employees to be able to do onboarding. And you can give a prompt like that, and within less than like 10 minutes, you'll have your flows built out for you. You'll have the start of a Canvas app. You'll have the start of some model-driven apps. You'll have the tables and everything else built out for you as well. And so we're probably looking at saying, okay, how can we use some of this technology that we have to help streamline some of our business processes?
And for this session and for the last one, in fact, as well, do you have a target audience in mind? Are you targeting mainly end users? Are you targeting mainly partners? A good mix of both, IT people, accountants?
I think probably both with
Yeah.
with this second session here, because we can basically show partners, hey, this is how you can easily use the tools. Someone asked you to create these applications, and this is how you can streamline creating the applications so all of them, follow a process. And then for our end users, when you don't have those partners or you don't have those, pro developers or whatnot, here all you got to do is talk to it like you're talking to your kids out there, and you can build out solution for yourself
Yeah, and I would
without not
argue
even
that
knowing any one word of code.
Yep.
exactly, and I would say that like for both sessions, the partners would also, because I used to be Rebecca knows, I used to be a cloud solution architect that was specifically interacting with our partners as well. So again, I use the word inspiration because there's many times where they go, our partners, they're the first line of defense for our customers, right? So they can also benefit from these sessions as well.
Awesome. And see the tracks for these are listed as artificial intelligence, data, customer service. Oh, and it's also, I see, going to be recorded so that if people just can't fit it into the schedule while they're there, they will have this as a recorded on demand after Summit. Um, is that for both of them? Or is it just this one? Let's go back and look. I just see it on the second one. So the first one, which was innovative data center deployment strategies with Power Platform, I do not see the recording option mentioned, but I do see the second one, agents, data, and Power Platform better together, being recorded for everybody.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And agents, data, and Power Platform better together. That one, new presentation for you, or you already had this at a previous conference?
Nope. New presentation. We haven't done it yet, so
That is
hoping it
great.
goes
We
well.
love getting, yeah, we love getting new content at all these conferences here. So
Yeah,
yep,
we'll
that
make
one
sure
is
to
for an hour there. Go
we'll
ahead,
make sure to
Sal.
work out all the bugs. So don't worry.
Awesome, good deal. Well, and will both of you be there all week?
Yeah, we think so.
So
We'll
yeah,
see, but yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm coming in probably the Friday before. I got classes on Saturday and Sunday. I'm leading. I handle financial reporting and budgeting stuff, and then a couple sessions during the week. So I'll be throughout. I'll look for you in person while I'm there.
yeah, that'd be great.
Because education is such a huge part of these conferences. You go out there, you learn about these products that Microsoft is rolling out for the community, and there's constantly something new to learn. So the educational part is amazing, but almost equally important is the networking. So getting to meet people who are working on these products, who know the products and how to handle the implementations and everything, the networking, associating a real face, a real person with an email account or a LinkedIn profile is a huge benefit of going to these conferences in person.
Totally agree with that. I mean, I've made some of the best contacts. I was thinking of my 14 years at Microsoft, and yeah, that's the one thing I keep thinking about is all the contacts and networking. I totally agree with that.
Yep. Speaking of networking, so if people do have questions for you before Summit or after your sessions, you have a preferred method for them to contact you?
Email or LinkedIn.
Yep, same.
Okay. And I haven't seen the emails listed on the website yet. So if you want to give those to us, we'll take them here.
Yeah, mine's simple. Rebecca.jones@microsoft.com.
Mine is S as in Sam, A-L like Larry, R-O-S as in Sam @Microsoft.com.
Awesome. Great. We'll put that in the video and we can put it in the comments as well for everybody. Maybe they'll add the emails to the website. They do have a mobile app they're rolling out, which I have not seen the mobile app available yet with a list of all the sessions, but that surely must be coming out pretty soon for everybody. Maybe they'll have some messaging options in there as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And Expo Hall is a big piece of Summit. All the partners and Microsoft and Dynamic communities showcasing their products and services to everybody in the Expo Hall. Microsoft will no doubt have a big booth. Usually they have the big one in the middle of the Expo Hall. So that's going to be always a big pull or draw for the attendees for everybody. Will you two be spending much time in the Expo Hall?
I personally love to do that. I mean, again, my work with the partners, I love our partners. They fill in, the gaps. They do a lot of work for our customers. So I've always liked to go in there and just browse around and see what they're up to, the latest things they're doing. So yeah,
Yep.
I'll definitely be there.
And Rebecca?
Yeah, I should be in the expo hall as well, checking in at the booth and see what questions folks have.
Awesome. There's a stark difference between the atrium of the hotel and the expo hall. So in the atrium of the hotel, you have the turtles and the alligators. But hey, in the expo hall, you have a booth of puppies. So it's a big
Oh,
switch up. Yeah, so they'll have that. The puppies are in the back left corner. A lot of stuff going on. That will no doubt be a big draw for everybody. And then they have pickleball and they have an arcade set up. A lot of great stuff they do for the expo hall hours for all the attendees.
Okay. Well, I was hoping you weren't going to say that the expo's amongst the alligators I got to step over. So I feel better.
They do have some sessions on the alligator side, behind doors though. All right. So, anything else that we can tell our listeners about your sessions, about products that you're working with, any other topics you want to discuss or bring to the conversation here?
just that if you haven't signed up for the conference yet, let's go. You're
Yep,
gonna be missing
definitely.
out on a lot of good material.
There are hundreds of sessions that are being presented, and people come in. They fly in from all over the world to do these presentations for everybody. So it's a huge conference. I think they're going to go for record attendee numbers. But even though they have record attendee numbers, thousands of people, is really, really well mapped out. The convention center and the hotel have clear markings for everything. Dynamic Communities does an amazing job of planning these events and have done so for years and years now. So it's easy to navigate the classes and everything. And Orlando is just it's well planned out, well laid out for attendees. And don't worry if you're worried about crowds, don't worry about that too much because even though there's so many people, this is a huge conference center on different levels, so you don't really get that feeling of being overcrowded.
That's good to know. Yeah, we've been to some of our own Microsoft events that, well, it gets pretty crowded. But the other thing I'd like to add is just yeah, just bring your questions. I mean, we always like to, what I do and Rebecca does is we just consume and live and breathe this stuff all day. So any questions that we can ask about the content, about AI, that's the talk of everything. Yeah, we'd be happy to answer them.
Awesome. Well, hey, Rebecca and Sal, thank you both for joining me and everybody else today. It's always great to share with our audience news about upcoming events like Summit. And to all of our listeners out there, if you get a chance, if you get down to Summit and you get an opportunity to meet Rebecca and meet Sal in person, by all means, reach out, introduce yourself, let them know who you are. Odds are you'll see them in more summits going forward in the future and other conferences too. So, Rebecca, Sal, thank you so much. We really appreciate your contributions and your time for today and your time for Summit. And, I'll be down there. I'll look for you in person as well.
Thank you
Hey,
so
thanks,
much.
Noah. Thank you.